of the trial. Merchant Pythias made a...
The arena cells, workshop, and champion's quarters lie inside. Do you seek passage?
I do.
Open the gate!
Ah, Jason. Good to see you again.
Daedalus, there's an agent of King Minos on Mycenae. He asked me to bring him a feather from your wings.
Good old Damon. As predictable as the stars. It appears my time on this island has come to an end.
You know him?
He's been chasing my trail ever since I fled Crete.
What if I told him you weren't here?
He might not believe you. He'd likely try to verify it from a second source. Unless you brought him the proof he seeks.
You want me to give him a feather?
A feather would earn you his trust, and then you could tell him any story you like. Say, for example, that I left in a hurry just this morning, headed for Alexandria. I don't want to pressure you, Jason. The wings are there. Take a feather if you want.
Why will Achilles not enter?
Who knows what goes through the mind of that peacock? He doesn't fear any man, but he might fear the thought of being a king.
Could he be convinced to fight?
Patroclus might be able to talk him into it, but he doesn't seem to want to. You know, he might listen to you.
Why is nobody entering this tournament? Does no one wish to be king?
Some of it is fear. Rumor is this Dokkan is among the best fighters in all of Ionia. Others are waiting to see what Achilles will do. But I tell you this, a few gladiators were boasting that they'd enter. Those boasts stopped after they met with Patroclus.
I must go now, Daedalus. I'll speak to you again later.
I'll keep my eyes open around here.
The royal grounds lie beyond this gate. Do you seek passage?
I do.
Raise the gate! The king has given you free reign on Mycenae. You may pass.
News of the trial. King Jason proves his innocence. Fights Achilles to a draw.
Ah, back again. I hear you've been in the arena. Did you find anything feathery?
Is this what you're looking for?
That's it, exactly! You saw Daedalus yourself?
No, he's no longer here.
What do you mean?
Patroclus said he left yesterday. Unexpected, in a great rush. Left most of his things behind, including those wings.
Curses! Always a step behind. Did he tell Patroclus where he was going?
One of the gladiators saw him board an Egyptian galley, headed for Alexandria.
So close. But at least I've proof I'm on his trail. I must move quickly. Thank you for your commitment to justice, friend.
news of the trial. King Lycomedes halts the match between Achilles and King Jason.
The arena... Oh!
What do you need, Jason?
I sent your friend Damon off to Alexandria.
So I heard. Here's hoping he enjoys his trip. Once he figures out he's been duped, he'll be back. I'll need to be long gone before then. Time to move on, I suppose. Speaking of which, I hear you have quite a ship, Jason.
The Argo. Built by Master Argos. I don't boast in saying I've never seen her equal.
There wouldn't happen to be room aboard for a forge, would there?
I'd be honored to count you among the crew, Daedalus. If that's what you're asking.
It is indeed. I knew you couldn't refuse the world's foremost genius. A moving workshop. What better way to keep ahead of King Minos and his agents?
First things first. I've got work yet to do on Mycenae.
Of course. Any way I can help.
I must go now, Daedalus. I'll speak to you again later.
I'll keep my eyes open around here.
The royal grounds lie beyond this gate. Do you seek passage? Let... The king has given you... The slums, market, and dock.
I do.
Red? A word of advice, sir. You've...
Perhaps... You didn't by chance keep any trophies from those Ionians, did you? I'll pay a fair price for them if you did.
I've no need of trophies. I seek the man they call the Stork. Can you help me?
Not a finger? An ear? One of their masks, perhaps? Anything!
Never mind.
Welcome, sir. Looking for anything in particular?
Information. Do you know where I can find the Stork?
Why don't you leave my son alone?
Excuse me?
You are one of Origen's new friends, no? It's because of scoundrels like you he's in this trouble with the Stork.
I've never met Origin. I only wish to speak with the Stork.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just my boy's not been himself. Times have been hard. He got mixed up with this Stork person, borrowing money, gambling it away, borrowing more.
I'm sorry to hear it.
Oh, what's done is done. What's important is that Origin has turned over a new leaf. In fact, he's at Hermes' shrine this very moment, making a devotion to Hermes with the last of our coin. Oh, you should have seen his face this morning when I gave him the money. So devout and honest.
I hope the devotion will turn your fortune. Good day, Hippia.
Let that be an end to it, both of you. My decision stands. Both of you are at fault for agreeing to a vague contract without definite knowledge of the article for sale. Be thankful you're both to share a profit and not a loss.
Very well. He's getting more than he should. But if it will end this bickering, so be it.
It's you, Hegestratus, who profits by this decision. But in the interest of the general peace, I agree to it.
Show your gratitude to King Jazon, for he was kind enough to lend his neutral counsel in this matter.
I thank you, King of Jolkos.
Hardly sincere, Hegestratus. King Jazon, I, for one, am humbly grateful.
Don't start in again. Be off, both of you. Let's not hear another angry word about this. Thank you again, King Jazon.
That's right, boys. Origin's coin is good, and I'm taking all comers.
Origen, son of Hippia.
Who's asking?
My name's Jason. I've spoken to your mother.
Good for you. I've spoken to her, too. Now, you here to play or chat about my relatives?
Origen, the stork wants to see you.
I bet he does. I owe him more than I can remember. I'll go see him once I win it back.
I don't believe you. Where will you meet him?
Why, at his... Wait a moment. No. I'm not as dumb as that, am I?
Kichita, boy. We don't have time for this.
I'm sorry. I fail to see how that's my problem.
You will tell me what I want to know. The only question is how much persuasion it's going to take to get you to talk.
All right. Tell you what. We'll play for it. A game of wits. If you win, I'll tell you what you want to know.
And if I lose?
Then I won't. Oh, and you'll go back to dear old Mom and tell her you saw me making a devotion here.
Game of wits, you say?
Right. A simple game to test one's cleverness. Here's how it'll work. I pick the game, and you choose who plays first. That way, it's fair.
Hope you're feeling lucky, boy. What's the game?
The game's a simple one, as old as the hills. It's called 11. We'll each take turns playing a number between 1 and 4. Each time a number's played, it's added to the total. Whoever hits exactly 11 wins. If you play to a number over 11, you lose. Simple, isn't it? So tell me, do you want to play first or second?
I'll play second. You first, Origen.
Then let's begin and see whose wit is sharper. To start, I'll play 2. That means the total is 2. Your turn.
I play 4.
And so the total is 6. I play 1. That brings the total to 7. Your turn.
I play 4, which makes 11.
8, 9, 10, 11. Great. Judging by your looks, I figured this for an easy win.
Time to pay up.
The stork operates out of the slums. He's got a little rag stand set up there. He's an Egyptian, calls himself Khufu. But be discreet. If you even hint that I told you, I'm as good as dead.
We'll say nothing. You did the right thing.
I've made worse wagers before, I think. Now leave me be, would you?
foreign king honors Khufu yet again.
I don't think so. I believe who I honor is the stork.
So, you've learned my little secret. Was it Origin who told you?
He's not to blame.
Origin is in no danger. I forgive his debts. I'm actually pleased he sent you here. I think we can help each other. But first, what can the stork do for you?
There are black tongues on Mycenae. Have you heard anything?
Rumors. Whispers in the streets.
Whispers of what?
What you already know. Black tongues in Mycenae. More than one. Other rumors too. Honorable Patroclus speaks with Ionians in private. I wonder what about.
Those mercenaries fight in the arena. What's so strange about that?
I hear Patroclus offered a contract to an Ionian champion named Dokkan.
No one's seen a champion of Ionia. They don't leave their homeland.
Stranger still, only one man has entered the tournament. Who do you think it is?
The Ionian champion.
Correct. Dokkan is unopposed. Not even Achilles has agreed to fight.
Madness! What is he thinking?
May I suggest you put that question to Patroclus? Now, you have been given something of value, yes? I would expect something of value in return.
What is it you want?
I could care less if the Ionian wins or loses. Business goes on. But if there's only one fighter, we don't have a tournament. No tournament, no gambling. No gambling, no business for Khufu. You could convince Achilles to enter the tournament. He respects you.
Why? So you can turn a profit from your gambling business?
Think on this. If Achilles wins, Mycenae would proudly accept the rule of a native son. If Dokkan wins, there will be civil war.
He has a point, though it pains me to admit it.
Very well. We'll go speak to Patroclus and Achilles. Something doesn't add up here.
Humble gratitude. Khufu keep little spies work hard. If Khufu learn more, little spy come to you.
Perhaps Father will bring some fish heads tonight. Smelt and bream and sole and eel, I've got a nice fat mackerel for you. I had an inky stinky squid, but it fled and then it hid, so I left it back in the blue. Perhaps Father smelt and I had an
Hail, hail! Fame, fortune, women! Patroclus treats his fighters like kings!
Yes, what is it?
I'd like to see your dock reports.
So what if you do? You have no authority.
Does no one hear the drums
It's
of Ares?
important. The safety of Mycenae is at stake.
You're a king and you've proven your innocence. But I can't just ignore the rules for you. What exactly is it you want to know?
Have you seen anything suspicious on the docks?
Lugging crates
Any
all
strange
day?
passengers coming ashore?
We note every arrival on Mycenae. Apart from yourself and the Ionians, there's been nothing out of the ordinary. The dock reports would tell you as much.
Can we see them?
The reports are given to Captain Akikios at the end of each day. And if you've met Captain Akikios, then you know he won't release them unless you had approval from the entire Senate.
Or dead?
I wouldn't hold your breath. Athena herself would appear on Mycenae before that would ever happen.
We're wasting our time.
What price?
I'm sorry. I cannot help you obtain those reports. But I can tell you there's nothing that would suggest a threat to Mycenae. and I inspect every ship that comes to port.
Very well, Dockmaster.
The man of Mycenae
Let's
can't
hope
win
you're
forever!
right.
Maybe one of you
I'll have my
will be
men
the
do
first
another
to defeat
inspection on all the
Achilles.
ships here. But I don't
Fame,
think we'll find
fortune,
anything.
women! Patroclus treats his fighters like... kings! Does no one hear the drums of Ares?
Not with you blathering on!
What deal did Patroclus make with the Ionian champion, Dokkan? Why does no one enter the tournament? Many questions, few answers.
This song makes me hungry. Smelt and I had a bridge.
This tournament is a mistake. The people here are strong, devoted to Ares, but this goes too far. Even they will not easily submit to a new king determined by a tournament.
Unless that king was Achilles.
And he hasn't agreed to fight. There's something going on. We'll find out what at the arena.
Perhaps...
The royal crown.
I do.
The king has given you free rein.
News of the arena. Champion Achilles refused. To fight. The fist of Ares to be won by a wall.
A peerless display, as usual, Achilles.
Yes, yes. Send the girls.
Ah, King Jason. Congratulations on a most entertaining trial. I must admit, I was surprised at how it ended. But my prophet soon eased the sting of that shock.
I hear you have a new fighter under contract. An Ionian.
I'm always in the market for exotic talent. Have you seen him? No? An amazing specimen.
Don't you worry how this city will react if an Ionian wins the tournament?
Mycenae is first and foremost the land of Ares. The strongest should rule, foreigner or not. The people will understand.
I'd think you'd want Achilles to fight. As of now, you don't even have a tournament.
I'm not a slaver. If the man doesn't want to fight, I can't force him. Achilles is a great warrior, perhaps the best, but can you really see him as a king? As long as his cup and his bed are frequently refreshed, our great Achilles is quite happy.
You've got the chance to hold the biggest tournament in the history of Mycenae and you're letting it pass? You're up to something, Patroclus. I know it.
My good king, you just completed a trial by combat. Do you really wish to suffer through another by slandering my good name? Now I bid you good day.
I really dislike that man.
Let's go back below and speak to Achilles. I want to hear for myself why he won't fight.
The arena cells work.
I do.
Raid.
Achilles! Achilles, it's Jason.
Oh, where are you going, Achilles? Come back.
What is it? I am preoccupied at the moment.
Why are you not fighting in the tournament?
Achilles, tell the wine bearer to leave it at the door. We're waiting.
Then fill your cups and wait some more. What business is it of yours if I fight or not?
Who rules this kingdom is the business of everyone on Mycenae.
What need have I of a crown? What need have I of the fist of Ares? Let the Ionians sit on a throne and bandy words with merchants and farmers. That sounds like Tartarus to me.
You throw your life away in this room.
Remember who you speak to. I am Achilles. Listen to the people. When I stride upon the arena floor, you'd think Ares himself had appeared before them. Don't you see, Jason? I'll be remembered as the greatest fighter the world has ever seen.
The greatest? You're nothing, Achilles. No one remembers last year's champion, or the champion before that. You have no place in history. Only a tally of wins and losses. When this arena crumbles to dust, you will be forgotten along with it.
Save your breath. You want to stop the Ionian from winning? Fight him yourself. Then you can have 2 kingdoms to muck up.
Achilles, we're bored. Come back to us.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to receive my therapy.
Achilles!
What is he thinking? What now, Jason?
We must keep searching. We have to find those Black Tongues.
We could see if Senator Anaxagoras has turned up anything new. Or the guardsman Alexius at Ares' watch. He seemed willing to help. And there's always Khufu. Perhaps his spies have found something. We won't find them standing here. Come.
The royal ground.
I
open. Remember.
Jason, I've got news from the stork.
What is it, Bolo?
A couple of the other boys found out the Ionians registered some cargo at the docks.
Mercenaries with cargo. What could they be trading?
There's more. Stork said, be sure to tell him who signed for the cargo.
Who then?
None other than Captain Akikios himself. Stork says captains don't usually do guardsmen's work.
I think we need to pay Captain Akikios another visit.
Oh, I gotta go. I'm not back in 10 minutes. It's a beating for sure.
Bolo, you need to leave Khufu.
Easy for you to say. You've got a great big ship to take you anywhere you want to go. But if I leave Khufu, what then? I suppose I could take that job as a barnacle scraper. I don't know what that is exactly, but it sounds fun.
What you need is a family, Bolo.
There's a couple of very nice people I think you should meet.
People? I don't know. Khufu says not to talk to people.
Their names are Pythias and Zosime. You can find them just north of the market.
I don't know.
They love music, Bolo. Pythias plays the lyre. They'd love to hear a song.
The market is on my way back. I'll stop by. Better get going.
I hope things work out for that boy.
I think they'll make a fine family. Come, let's go.
Sources say not yet.
The slums mark.
I do.
If I may.
Jason! I found a family!
Yes, Bolo, you have.
I've just been telling little Bolo here that I'm going to teach him to play the lyre. And he's going to teach me some of the songs he knows.
That's right! And we're going to Macedonia together!
Massalia, Bolo.
Right, Molossia. We're leaving tomorrow.
Thank you, Jason.
Truly, you've been a blessing.
I'm happy for you all. May you find fortune wherever you go.
The royal...
King Jason, how goes your investigation?
It gets more interesting by the minute. Is your captain up ahead?
Is he ever? He just relieved me. Said he was meeting someone, so I might as well call it a day. 10 years in the guard. First time I've been sent home early. Not that I'm complaining.
Who's he meeting with?
Didn't say. He was alone when I left him. Ares watch over you, King Jason.
What of my reward? I was promised a place in the new order.
Reward is knowing you have served not enough. Then let me send you to paradise.
Black Tongues!
Don't let them get away!
Ares, forgive me. King Jason, you must warn Lycomedes.
What have you done?
Black Tongues. They came ashore with the Ionians. Paid me to keep it quiet.
Why are they here, Akikios? Why?
To kill Lycomedes. During the tournament. Listen to me. There are others in the guard working for them. Trust no one. Ares, forgive me.
He's gone. King Jason?
Guard Alexius. Your captain was working for the Black Tongues, and they killed him. We need your help here. Take care of his body. We must keep this quiet for now. If Akikios was corrupt, there's no telling who we can trust. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Where does this leave us? We know the Black Tongues are here, and we know they want to kill Lycomedes.
Akikios said they planned to strike during the tournament. Makes sense. With Lycomedes in seclusion, it may be the last time anyone's sure to see him in public.
An assassin in the crowd? An archer, perhaps?
There's another way they could do it.
What's that?
Lycomedes will personally hand the Fist of Ares to the winner of his tournament. How much do we really know about this Ionian champion, Dokkan?
He'd have the perfect opportunity to strike an unwitting Lycomedes.
We can't let that happen.
We have to stop the tournament. Tell the guard. Tell Lycomedes himself.
You heard Akikios. The guard is compromised. And for all we know, so is the Senate. Lycomedes is in seclusion. I doubt he'll see us. No. It falls to us to stop this.
What's the plan?
It would seem my time as a gladiator is not yet finished. Looks like there'll be a tournament after all. I'll take care of Dokkan. One way or another, he won't threaten Lycomedes. That leaves the stands to the both of you. We can get Pan to help as well. Between us all, Lycomedes must not fall. Everything depends on that.
Bright eyes, light feet. Let's move. We need to get Jason signed up for the tournament.
There's the recruiter at the docks. Or we could go straight to Patroclus in the arena.
I'll sign up in person. Let Patroclus and any Black Tongues know that their plan isn't going to go off without a hitch.
The slums...
I do.